Hello everybody, welcome. Happy New Year to all for January 1st of 2025. I know that this reading is going to be very interesting. I know that this is going to be, how it is, but this is going to be very crystal clear on how it is. I know that this might be not a null signs reading. This is not going to be it. But the point being is that, the way of how it goes, we need to understand about our mistakes, our own ways, about what's happening through this year instead of last year, so we need to understand about how everything is between our own priorities and our own ways, because you have to think about what's happening around the whole entire world. There are strikes, there's lots of things, there's lots of financial situations, and where, because when everything is going up, like as in cost of living keeps going up, there's no doubt about it. But the point being is that whenever you are in a case of the way of how it goes, you have to think about, okay, well, I got this, I know what to do. You have to pay attention on whether how things are. You have to mimic your own decisions, your own lifestyles, your own ways of saying, well, I got this, I know what to do. You have to think about how you're going to have priorities. You have to set and say, well, I got this, I know what to do. But the point being is that, like, how to identify and underline the feeling about, well, this is it. This is how coronation of how it is, right? When we look at the truth and reconciliation, we have to believe about what's happening around this situation on how it is, Whenever I look at the tarot situation, whether you're having a good day or a bad day, you have to look at it from a different situation, and you have to believe about what's happening in this whole entire dialogue, So whether if you are acting, or whether if you're feeling like okay, or everything is not, how it is, you have to read between the lines, or you have to, seeing is believing is seeing, or there's a silver lining, or that's how it is. But the point being is that you have to control your own emotions, control what's happening around you, and this is the way it goes. This is the way of how you have to promote what you're looking for, so this is the way of how I can see things in a different point of view, into a different perspective. And this is the way it goes. This is the way it happens. This is how you can understand that, right? Believe about it. Like, seeing is believing is seeing. That's all I can say. But this is how it is. You have to think about, okay, well, I got this, I know what to do, and you have to know from the rights and how it is, right? This is the way of how it is. This is the way of how you can understand and say, well, this is the way it goes. This is the way of how you can promote on what you're looking for, So whether you're having a good day or a bad day, you have to think about, well, this is the way of how it goes. This is the way of how I can, believe about seeing it and saying, okay, well, I got this, I know what to do. So whether if you are having a good day or having a wonderful time, you have to understand that, right? So in this tarot reading that I'm going to provide you, of the day of January 1st of 2025, you have to understand that this is a wonderful feeling about how you can promote what you're looking for and what's going on around your own way, right? So this is like how it is. So this is what I'm going to say is, and this is the way it happens. So I hope you like this video. Please give it a like, please give it a comment, and this is the way it goes, and this is the way it kind of happens, and this is the way it seems to be. So I'm going to do basically a Celtic cross reading, and what that is like, this is the way it kind of goes, because the Celtic cross is, you have more cards than you're looking for, right? So like I say, if I'm talking about a cross watcher, if I'm talking about what's going on around your situation or whatever it is, you have to pay attention to what's happening on what I'm saying is, right? So this is the way it kind of happens. This is the way of how you can do that, and this is the way it kind of goes. So you have to promote on how things are, and you have to read between the lines, or whatever it seems to be, right? So you have to believe, and this is the way it goes, because you have to think to yourself and say, well, this is the way it happens. This is the way it seems to be, right? So you have to do what you can, and you have to do what you want to do, and this is the way it seems to be, right? So you have to think, and you have to do what you can, and this is how it is. So here we go. Look at this huge reading, isn't it? Yeah, you have the Nine of Swords is upright. That represents trauma. Eight of Wands represents speed. So it does represent Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You might be having Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But look at this. You have the Hermit reverse. You have the Wheel of Fortune reverse. And you have the Temperance reverse. And you have the Queen of Pentacles reverse. When you look at those cards, you think, okay, well, this is an excellent reading. This is an excellent reading. Zodiacs. But the point being is that, does it make sense? Does it give you a lifespan and saying, well, I got this, I know what to do? But you have to believe that in order to have a sense of temptation, you do what you can. In order to do that in life, you have to pay attention about the inside out situation. It's the way of how you can believe it in order to satisfy your own emotions, and whether if it's good or bad, it's the way of how you can succeed. It's the way of how you can have progress, and you do what you're going to say. So I'm going to do a 3-card reading, and in this 3-card reading, I just want to see what's happening in this whole entire reading, because if it makes sense, it has to be how it is, right? So this is the way it kind of goes. So let's see. So I'll do a 3-card reading. I'll do the Nine of Swords compared to the Queen of Pentacles. So you have 4 of Swords is upright, followed by the Knight of Pentacles reversed, followed by the Queen of Swords is upright. Yeah, because you're showing your own intuition. You could deal with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So that's how it is. You have the 4 of Swords is upright. It does represent healing. It could represent, where you're resting. It could be that. That's how it is. What's also this 8 of Wands compared to this Knight of Pentacles here. The Temperance is upright, followed by the 3 of Wands reversed, and the Fool is upright. So the 3 of Wands represents, like, when it's reversed, it means there's no communication. There's not. Temperance is upright because you're healing on something, and the Fool is upright because you're going to change on something. Everything changes for a reason, That's how the basics are. That's how it kind of is. This is like almost like a life purpose, but doesn't seem to be fitting for you. That's how it is, right? That's what it seems to be. Now, the Hermit reversed and the Temperance, I'll do another 3-card reading. 4 of Cups is upright, followed by the 2 of Swords reversed, followed by the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, see, you already know which path you're going to take, already, with the 2 of Swords is reversed. So you know exactly which direction you're going to take. The 4 of Cups represents a distraction. You could deal with another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So that's what it seems to be. Now, what's this 5 of Pentacles to this world, the Wheel of Fortune? Queen of Wands is upright, followed by the High Priestess reversed, followed by the 3 of Cups is upright. Yeah. So you want to have celebration. You could be celebrating on something. The High Priestess reversed, it represents, like, it doesn't represent guidance, but it represents maybe your inner voice, right? That's how it is. This is the way how it goes, where you have to, in what way, right? So you have to think about, well, this is the way of how it is. This is the way of how I can do things. And you have to know your own gut and say, well, I got this. I know what to do. And this is like a life lesson. you know. Whether if you believe it or receive it is the way of how it kind of negotiates, right? So you have to think about, okay, well, this is the way it happens. This is the way of how I can do it, you know. In order to succeed in life, you have to go through on what you're looking for. Like, everything changes for a reason, you know. So you have to believe on how you can satisfy your own ways of saying, well, I got this, I know what to do. And, you know, of course you will, but you have to go into that strategy. You know, this is a way of how you can focus on your own beliefs, you know, because in that way you have to think, okay, well, I got this, I know what to do, you know. So this is the way it kind of looks. So let's see. I'm going to clarify. So I'm going to clarify this Queen of Swords and this Four of Swords. So I'll do a 3-card reading once again. So the Magician reversed, followed by the Queen of Wands is upright, followed by the Wheel of Fortune is upright. Yeah, see, you want to have good luck on your side. Queen of Wands does represent Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. The Magician reversed, there's no skill, right? You don't have any skill, but in that right passage, that's the way it goes, right? That's how it's kind of, you know, intuition, whatever it is. But that's what it seems to be. So the Temperance and the Fool, I want to clarify that. The King of Swords reversed, followed by the Ten of Cups reversed, followed by the Ace of Swords reversed. Yeah, there's no understanding here. There's like a misunderstanding, right? That's how it is. What's in the middle of this situation? The Knight of Cups is upright. Yeah, because you could be having romance. Maybe it could be that. But in one way or another, you could deal with another Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Okay, that's what it is. Now, I'm going to go on to the right side of this way, and it would be for the four of Cups all the way to the 5 of Pentacles. Ace of Cups, you have the 6 of Swords reversed, followed by the 8 of Swords is upright. Yeah, see, the Ace of Cups does represent like maybe a new beginning. It could be that. But when you have the 8 of Swords upright, you having anxiety, maybe you're feeling sad, maybe you're going to be whimpering, I don't know. But that's what it seems to be. You could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius on how things are, but you have to mimic your own decisions and say, well, God doesn't know what to do. Okay? So what's this 6 of Swords here? 8 of Cups reversed, followed by the 2 of Cups is upright. Yeah. So it does represent friendships or relationships. It could represent where, you know, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It does represent that. But that's what it seems to be. Now, between this Queen of Wands and this 3 of Cups, I want to clarify that. So you have the 9 of Swords reversed, followed by the 10 of Swords is upright, followed by the Knight of Coins is upright. Yeah. See, when you have the 10 of Swords, it does represent where you have conclusions, you know. When you have conclusions, you have that, right? I guarantee you that's what it is. So when you have that, it's how it seems to be. Let me clarify that 10 of Swords. The Chariot is upright, yeah, because you have progress. Yes, it does represent that because, you know, when I think about how progress is how it is, right? It's the way of how you can venture things out and think, well, I got this, I know what to do, and you are getting there, you know. So when things are into that way, it's like, okay, well, I got this, and this is the way it happens. Negotiation is the key, okay? And when you negotiate, or when you have priorities, or when you have majorities, whatever it is, you have to pay attention to it, right? Because you pay attention on how this is, right? This is the way of how you can do it. And this is the way of how you can concrete your own decisions, your own ways, and say, well, I know what to do, right? This is the way of how you can believe on how it is, you know, because there's a good saying is, seeing is believing, believing is seeing. That's all you can do. But in ways, you have to think about, well, this is the way of how I can understand that. This is the way of how I can progress and, how I can do it. So when you look at this, you think, okay, well, I got you. I got this, right? So let me try to clarify, because I'm going to clarify. I'm so going to clarify, because there's more to clarify. One more. So I'm going to clarify again, to do a 3-card reading again with this Magician, Queen of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. I'll do that and I'll work my way. So let's see. 3 cards reversed. Knight of Swords is upright, followed by the 6 of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, see, when you have the Knight of Swords, it does represent drama in this situation. It could be that. The 3 cards reversed because there's no celebration, right? I have no idea why. But in one way or another, that's how it is. So between the 6 of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords, I want to clarify that as well. This is the Cups reversed, yeah, because you're not stuck in the past. That's interesting. Okay. So that's how it is. Now, the Knight of Cups to the Fool, I'm just going to clarify that 2 of Swords is upright, followed by the Knight of Wands is upright. Yeah, see, you want to do things on your own. You could be dealing with another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with another Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Because you don't know which direction you're going to take, left or right. But you have a choice whether you do things and how it is, right? Because you're not going to let it go, So what about this 3 of Cups to this, Eight of Swords here? I'm going to clarify that. So let's see. 9 of Pentacles is upright, followed by the 8 of Pentacles is upright, followed by the Page of Wands is upright. Yeah, see, you want things to be a perspective. Yeah. The key is where you're going to have perspective. That's what it is. What's in the middle of this situation here? 8 of Cups reversed, followed by the 10 of Swords is upright. Yeah, because you're having conclusions. Wow. Does represent, yeah, because you have the Chariot, so you have conclusions, progress, and then conclusions again, if you look at this pattern here. Interesting. Wow. So I'm going to clarify the 9 of Swords all the way to the Knight of Coins. 10 of Cups is upright, followed by the Queen of Wands is upright, followed by the 6 of Swords reversed. So it does represent like there's no movement. Opposite. You have the 10 of Pentacles is upright because you want everything that happens. You want everything to be how it is, right? Like you want to say, "Oh, look at me! I'm doing it correctly." Like, are you now? Are you doing it correctly? You have to pay attention, okay? Because when you do pay attention, you know what's going on, right? You know what's happening around that situation. So let me do the middle, because I want to do a clarify the 10 Pentacles, but I'm doing a 3-card reading as well. So the Moon reversed, followed by Temperance reversed, followed by the Strength card is upright. Yeah, so you see you have strength, but the ability when you have strength, it does represent Leo. But the Temperance reversed, you have no healing. Okay, that's what it seems to be. Now, what's also with that Temperance card? The Tower reversed, followed by the Chariot is upright. Yeah, see, I just say progress, didn't I say that? Yes. So you have strength and you have progress. Okay, so this is the way it happens, because nowadays you think, okay, well, this is the truth. This is like almost like reconciliation, but does it make any sense? Like, truth be told, you have to look at it from a different way, a different angle, a different support system, because when you look at this, you think, okay, well, this is the way it seems to be, right? This is the way of how you can do what you can, and it's like almost spread your wings and fly. That's funny, you know what I mean? But that's what it seems to be, right? Because you have to pay attention. You have to do what you're looking for, because you have to provide about when you have the strength, when you have, progress, things will go into place. That's what it seems to be. So you know what I'm saying, right? Because when you look at this, you think, okay, well, this is how it is, right? So let me do a 3-card reading with this, because I'm going to see what the universe is saying. And I'll do the oracle card at the end of this video. So let me clarify this Chariot card. So you have the Emperor's upright. You have the Wheel of Fortune is upright. And you have the Eight of Fire is upright. Okay, so I don't want to read reverse cards. But the Emperor is Archangel Michael, is basically, saying organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. That's what it seems to be, right? So you have structure, you have leadership, you do what you can. The Wheel, as in Archangel Michael, is a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. Fortune is on your side. Like you have good luck on your side. That's how it is, right? That's what it seems to be, right? And the Eight of Fire is upright. Events moving at a fast pace. Delays are over. Many things happening at once. You have so many things are going on. So you could be dealing with another Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So, that's how it is, right? Because in bottom line, you have to know and saying, well, this is what's happening. This is the way it kind of looks. That's how it is. Because this is like, well, this is seen to be very interesting, but when many things happening at once, that's how it seems to be, right? Because everything is, right? So this reading does make sense. It does. It's like plural. It's the way of how it goes, right? That's what it seems to be. And I'll do one oracle card over here as well. It says guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Yeah, so you're feeling guilt. So when you're feeling guilt, you think, okay, well, I'm guilty. That's how it is. But you have to pay attention, right? Because when you have guilt, you think, okay, well, this is the way of how it is. This is like how a setting is, right? Because you have to pay attention. And when you look at this, you think, okay, well, this is the way it goes, right? Because when you have guilt, you have that priority. You have that way of saying, well, I know what to do. So let me do what the universe is saying. So I'm going to clarify that guilt card. So let's see. So let me clarify. Right, so here we go. So I'm going to clarify the middle of the guilt. So we have the Ace of Cups is upright, followed by the Magician is upright, followed by the Seven of Swords reversed, there's no deceit. Temperance reversed, there's no healing. The Star reversed, there's no inspiration. Nine of Swords reversed, there's no trauma. Five Pentacles upright, there's security, right? Because you're feeling insecurity. The Knight of Wands is upright, there's immaturity. Ooh, interesting. The Emperor reversed, there's no structure. But the Devil is upright, there's obsession. Ooh. Yeah, the Seven of Cups reversed, there's no delusion. Nine of Cups is upright, there's fulfillment. Ace of Wands reversed, there's no new beginnings. The Moon reversed, there's no misorientations. The Page of Swords is upright, there's education, yeah? Four of Cups is upright, there's distraction. Three of Wands is upright, there's communication. Yeah, see? That's what it seems to be, right? Because you're feeling all these, I'll say words, but I would say emotions as well. But you know what I'm saying. Like, this is like an opportunity. This is like how you can, how you can understand the way of how you feel, the way how you act, the way how you can do things and say, well, I'm not going to let it go. Because when you look at this, you think, well, this is the way it goes, right? So this is like almost like a temptation, right? So this is the way it happens, because majority is the way of saying, well, this is the way it kind of goes, because you have to fear it and say, well, I know what to do, this is the way it kind of happens, because this is the way it kind of goes. So I'll read you an oracle card so you can hear my beautiful voice. So this is going to be very interesting. So let's see what the universe is saying here. Alright, so this is the way it kind of goes, alright? Number 54, encouragement. That's a very good card, right? So number 54. So this is gonna be like the last card in this book here, an enchantment book. Encourage is encouragement. It says, you're receiving a nudge in the right direction. Alright, so this is how it is, okay? Here we go. The upright, it says, this card tells you that you're being gently encouraged to step into your power, into the dream of life. New things are out there to be explored, and the nurturing power of the universe is giving you a nudge in the right direction. You will get the help you need and won't be alone in your quest. Every step you take right now is supported by the wisdom of the universe. You're on the right path. Keep going. So it seems that when I say about you're on the right path, you're right on the right thing, the right direction, it's the way of how it goes, where you have to do what you can and say, well, this is the way it seems to be. This is the way of how I can do it, So whenever things to be in that direction, you think that, okay, well, this is the very, how it is, right? So, before I let you go, pay attention about what's happening around this situation. Pay attention about everything happens in reason, And when you do, you have to provide what's happening. Provide what you're looking for. So this is the way of how you can do that. So, this is the way it is, and this is the way it happens, because majority is the way of how life is, right? So you have to pay attention on how it is. pay attention about what's going on, and you know, this is the way it goes. So you have to believe it in order to understand, right? So you have to understand the way of how it goes and the way of how life is, because you know, you have to do what you can and say about what the universe is saying, right? So I'm telling you all about what's happening in this reading, and you have to know what's going on through this whole entire way of how it goes, right? So you know, this is the way of how it seems to be, and you have to pay attention to it, and you have to understand what I'm saying, because you have to do what you're told to do, right? So you know, I'm not being mean, I'm not being rude, but this is the way it happens, and you do exactly what you're supposed to be doing. So you know, this is the way of how it goes, this is the way of how it seems to be, and you know, this is how it is. So you step in the right direction, you know what to do, you know how it is, and this is what it seems to be. So pay attention, and you know, this is the way it happens. So I hope you like this video. Please give it a like, please give it a comment, and enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Thank you, and have a good day. Thank you. Bye.